A champagne shower and a lap of honor for Olivier Robert. What an end to the weekend it has been for him. The Frenchman going on to win the Grand Prix in sensational fashion. We will unpack that for you in the next 30 minutes or so here on GCTV. My name is Mark Lewis. Welcome back to the Grand Prix, the LGCT Grand Prix of Madrid here on GCTV. We speak about a weekend to forget. At one stage during the GCL for Olivier Robert, well, things certainly turned in to become a weekend to remember for the Frenchman. Let's take a look at exactly how him and Scott Brash made it into the jump-off and how they looked head-to-head.
Here's the head-to-head. Brash on the right, Robert on the left. And already here he's ahead. Already here he's well ahead, Olivier Robert. Into the combination, he's also ahead. And he just doesn't give up from there on. Turns inside, as does Scott, but it's not just any margin. It is 2.5 seconds the difference.
Both going clear, but it was Olivier Robert who was that much faster on the night. 39.26 for Scott Brash, 36.74 for the Frenchman Olivier Robert as he goes on to take the Grand Prix title today. Let's show you and remind you as to how they finished today. Your top three from Madrid this evening. As mentioned, an outstanding performance from the Frenchman Olivier Robert going on to win the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Madrid ahead of the Brit Scott Brash and Derek Kenny, who had some heartbreak right towards the end of the Grand Prix, picking up a penalty on the very last obstacle. We'll unpack all of that and more a little bit later on in a few moments' time. For now, interviews. We need to hear what is on the mind, what is the reaction, and what has been said by your champions today.
I feel so good. You know, I love so much to come in Madrid in the indoor arena in November, and always second 2 months ago. I never won a 5-star Grand Prix, and today in front of one of my favorite riders, Scott Brash, I'm so happy. Such a fantastic day for me and my team. Scott was fast, but not so fast as usual on the sand maybe, and I really thought it was possible for me today. We didn't see any people since 1 year and a half, so it's fantastic to win today.
Fantastic to win and all smiles for Olivier Robert, but there were so many more stories to tell throughout the Grand Prix today. We are standing by and waiting for Frederick Tabaka to join us once again here on GCTV. One of those fascinating stories, in fact, was that of Teddy Flock making his debut today. Still a young man, lots of excitement, and hopefully a very, very bright future ahead. Let's quickly take a look at just some of the action today from Teddy.
Now it is Teddy Flock. We start on Grupo UELN. Of Eulen, I should say. The vertical, right by the water. Then a left-hand turn to CaixaBank. CaixaBank is slightly downhill. And looks, jumps right straight into the LED screen. Right-hand turn to Marqués de Riscal. Tasty wine, I have to say. Long 6, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the plank and has it down. And then another 6. This comes all quick. 6 to Global Champions. And 4 into the double, and the 4 right nicely. Then quickly away from the in-gate, very delicate white, yellow and blue oxer. Another turn, lots of bends by Santiago Varela, up to the wall, and then maybe slightly to the outside to make room. Well ridden there from Teddy Flock. That's beautifully ridden. To the water, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a big jump. And then 5. Good so far. He's riding a good round there, Teddy Flock. Triple bar to triple combination. 7 strides in, was a holding 7, and now he has to find the power to jump out. That's all good, and here comes the last fence on the long striding. The horse is already a little bit open. It rides easier than it walked, and they get home on 6 strides, and he gets home on 4. And in fairness, he has to be delighted with how he rode that Grand Prix and how his horse jumped that Grand Prix. Well done, Teddy Flock and Amsterdam. And maybe for the feeling He should have reacted earlier in that line, right at the landing of Marquez de Riscal, to go and look for those 6 strides so he could make it a little bit more quiet at the end. But hey, that's all about experience.
So you can see the emotion there. You can see the very, very impressed face of Teddy Flock today, getting home in 4 in 80.05. Our man Frederick de Backer is standing by alongside Teddy Flock. Frederick, you certainly are standing alongside a very talented young man, a man who should be incredibly pleased and very happy with his run today. Let's get his reaction and your thoughts on his performance today.
Well, I'm not going to give my thoughts. I'm going to ask him. Teddy, how happy are you with this result?
I'm very, very happy. Very, very happy with the result. I thought the horse jumped amazing, as best he possibly could. You know, we had to go first because I was a bit slow in the second round of the GCL. And so, you know, when I walked it the first time, I thought it was going to be actually the 6 was going to be a bit slowing down. And then I walked it again. I said, okay, it's normal. But I didn't think it would ride up in that way. And so I just got a little bit caught off guard, and that was on me. The horse jumped as well as he could possibly jump.
What are you most delighted with? The fact that this horse jumped it the way it did because it jumped a fantastic round, or that you have your place here on this level?
I think that, you know, I've been slowly building to this level for, you know, a good amount of years, and I'm just really happy that I can, you know, go in and ride, you know, a consistent good round at this level. And you know, I think both. I am ecstatic that he jumped so great, and, you know, I am proud of the work that me and my team have put in to get to this level. So, you know, for sure, both.
Because it's not your debut. You rode a Grand Prix earlier in a few seasons ago. But this is your second Grand Prix that you ride on the Global Tour.
Yeah.
Who is Teddy Flock? Some people will ask.
I don't know. I'm a nice guy.
How old are you? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I actually graduated from college today. And,
Congratulations again.
Thank you. I couldn't go to my graduation because I wanted to be here to jump this Grand Prix. But it was worth it. And so I just graduated from school. I've been doing the Global Champions Tour, but started in the 145s and now up to the 5-star Grand Prix. But I'm based in America for the most part. That's where our main farm is. And then I trained with Derek Henney in Holland. We stay at his place and travel all over the place. But we love doing the globals. They're awesome.
Sounds very good. We'll write you an excuse note for not being present at your graduation. Yeah. Don't worry, we organize that. Just tell us, last question, what can we expect from Teddy Flock for the rest of the season?
I hope clear rounds, and that's my goal, is to come here and compete at the highest level and be respectable at this level. I'm not saying that I'm obviously have much less experience than some of the top riders, but to go in and ride consistently well is my goal.
All right. Next stage for you?
Of the GCT, yeah. It'll be Valkenswaard, I believe.
All right, super. 2 weeks time. Get a rest, and then we see you there. Super.
Teddy
Flock, thank you very much. Stay with us. We appreciate it. Congratulations once more, finishing 6th in the end in this very tough Grand Prix. First to go. Teddy, was that maybe the advantage that you went in first? That you went in blind?
No, I would say because if I had seen more people do 7 or whatever, then I would have changed my plan most likely, or known to ride up to it. But at the same time, maybe I didn't overthink certain lines because I didn't see it. So, who knows?
Yeah, it played out the way it played out.
But, I was very happy with it in the end. So either way, ecstatic.
A good day. A good day at the office. That's Teddy Flock, Mark, here from Madrid. Ecstatic is the word.
Frederick, I'm busy signing a excuse note for him right now. I'll be posting it to Madrid, and we'll make sure that he is given all the reason in the world to make sure that he is not there today. Graduating from college today and going on to come home in 4 in an 80.05 and finish 6th in the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Madrid. Teddy Flock, how wonderful to have you on GCTV this evening. It has been incredible to watch you perform today, and we look forward to seeing you many, many more times on this stage. We continue with our reaction. We continue with our look back on the day's performance today. And Derek Henney is another name that certainly came around a lot this weekend. A man who eventually finished 3rd in the Grand Prix. And heartbreakingly, just before qualifying for the jump-off, had a penalty on the very last obstacle of his round. Let's take you back and show you his Grand Prix appearance.
This is VDL Cartello. Cartello by Cartani, out of the mother of Cardento. This is the brother of Cardento, and here goes Derek Kenny as second last to go. Derek Kenny for Ireland is only his second show with this stallion that was ridden by Lorcan Gallagher and produced by James Billington and the VDL stud. Now he's called VDL Cartello. He's bred by the Witt family in Germany, in Holstein. Jumps it safe, that first part. Oh, nice how he jumped it on the turn. Quick in his reflexes. Now he has to push. Gets over the water. Handles the vertical. Oh, and he gets playful. Come on. Stay focused. Cartello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the inside line. He's still clear. Derek Kenny is still clear. We could get a third man in the jump-off. Here comes Derek Kenny. Oh, and it's gone on the last fence for Derek Kenny. That is unlucky. And he cries and he shouts as he crosses the beams of the finish line. The disappointment from Derek Kenny. He goes into third. He sits at the podium, on the podium at this moment. But what a partnership is being built here in Madrid. The clear from Derek Kenny first in the Global Champions League. And now it is a fault of the last fence for Derek Kenny and VDL Cartello. And this is an exciting combination for the rest of the season. And Derek Kenny, let's not forget, at this point sits on the podium of the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Madrid.
We talk about drama, we talk about heartbreak. One jump away from qualifying for the jump-off. A very, very tough pill to swallow for Darren Kenny today, going on to pick up that penalty right at the end of his round to see him miss out on the jump-off, ultimately finishing in third place today. But there was a man that finished on the top of the podium. Frederick de Backer once again standing alongside today's winner, Olivier Robert. And Frederick, I would love to ask the champion, I would love to ask the winner today, from what seemed to be a weekend of frustration to a weekend of celebration. Olivier Robert, how are you feeling tonight, sir? And congratulations from us.
That's the question from Mark Lewis in Amsterdam. How do you feel?
Today it's just unbelievable for me because I never won any Grand Prix 5 stars, and that was so difficult to walk the course, and I didn't even imagine that. Last night I was so bad in the first qualification with Van Gogh. I rode like a shit.
Let's start there. You come to Madrid. We know it's an arena that you love. It's a venue that you love. You come to Madrid. You're there with your teammate, with Peter de Vos, and you ride that first round of GCL. You have 4 fences down, 16 faults.
Yeah.
How do you come out?
Okay, I was not supposed to ride yesterday, and the day before we changed the plan. And okay, Van Gogh was in this class, and Vivaldi didn't jump since I think
so another one fault there.
20 months on the grass, so it was too difficult. And Van Gogh was perfect all the time on the grass, and I really thought that was the good plan. And bad day, bad rider, and okay, bad night, and everything was wrong.
Did you sleep?
I didn't sleep really well. No, I confirm. Netflix was a good friend of me last night. So, and this morning we talked a lot with my owners and everybody. That was my afternoon.
Okay, that's your afternoon. Then you ride that second round of Global Champions League. Peter de Vos goes ahead of you, has a fault. You're next to go. Van Gogh, new horse, new day, new chances. How did he feel?
Okay, something special because Peter came to see me just before the qualification. He said, last night we fought with Daniel. That was a good idea that you ride again in the team, because after a bad weekend like that, it can be a real problem for me for a little while. And really, I said thank you. If he asked me, I don't ride in the team, for sure. Okay, that was Vivaldi, and after Doha, everything was perfect. But in my mind, that was not good. And 10 minutes to talk with Peter and Daniel, and everything has changed in 1 hour.
So you felt the support of your teammates?
Yeah, for sure. Incredible team with me.
You qualify for that Grand Prix. You walk that Grand Prix and you see how the action unfolds. Scott Brash was the first to go clear after 19 riders in this Grand Prix. He was the first to qualify. And then you go in. What's your ambition? What are your thoughts?
Okay, Vivaldi jumped fantastic the qualification, really. And in the paddock, he was so super. I didn't ride with the noseband in the second round because that was really long and I thought that was better for him. And he was just perfect. Didn't touch a fence in the paddock arena, and that was just amazing. I felt so good. That was like my Olympic Games for me.
Was there anything in the course that you were worried about that was specifically for you and for Van Gogh maybe difficult?
Yeah, I think I stayed about 10 horses in the public over there, and I could see the triple difficult in 13. So I had to change, and my English is not very good, but I wanted my horse breathe a lot.
Respirer. You wanted him to breathe, that he settled down.
A lot, and that's what he did. And at the end, he jumped the triple, fantastic, and the last one, super. And to prepare the jump off, of course, when you're only two rider, okay. And maybe that was my day today.
And you say that and that's honest and brave that you say, yeah, I thought I had a chance. You saw Scott Brash and you saw that, and we saw it too, that it wasn't on the edge that we normally see from Scott Brash. He played the game, exactly. And he gambled.
Yeah.
And you won.
Exactly. Okay, Scott, incredible fast rider, and in the jump off 5-star, he's so fast all the time. And I really thought it was possible. Maybe Doha with the second place, so close with Christian Allman, told me, yes, maybe it's possible.
This is your first ever 5-star Grand Prix win in your career. What does this mean to you?
Okay, for all those champions, that's so normal to win 1 Grand Prix, 2 Grand Prix during the year, and Steve Gerda and Daniel Deusser or Peter 5 in the year. For me, it was just unbelievable. But in Doha, I really thought finally I could win sometimes. And the last month I rode a free national show, and
it came together. We have to go. I have to leave you, but I want to ask you one question so that our viewers have got an idea who Olivier Robert is. What did you do 10 years ago? What was your profession 10 years ago?
Okay, I came many times in Spain to buy some kitchen for the people, and that was my job. I had a store, and but I was riding a little bit like an amateur rider, and I was riding a fantastic horse, un Cadel Oasis, and we sold him, and I said, yeah, maybe it's my job, and I changed my life 12 years ago.
12 years ago, and 12 years later you win your first 5-star Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Mark, that's a fantastic story. It's first Teddy Vlok who graduates today, and now it's Olivier Robert who is so humble about this fantastic performance. 12 years ago he was still selling kitchens. Today he stands on the biggest podium at the biggest scene of international show jumping. Mark, fantastic story.
And I wonder if a new superstition is going to be born if he'll sit up all night and watch Netflix ahead of his next LGCT event. Time will tell, we'll see. Congratulations again, Olivier Robert, your champion today in Madrid, going clear in the Grand Prix at 80.57 on Vivaldi to go into the jump off and go clear again at 36.74 to beat Scott Brash to the title, to be crowned your Grand Prix champion today. It was an incredibly difficult course, as Frederick de Backer pointed out. Just 2 men qualifying for that jump off. One of the rounds that certainly stood out and was quite impressive to watch again, yet it had a heartbreaking element once more, with just a single fault coming through from that round, was that of Marlon Zanotelli. Let's show you his round today.
Calm and composed is Marlon Modolo Zanotelli on VDL Edgar M. By Arezzo VDL. Outre main by Marlon. Marlon needs to find the flow. It's difficult for this horse to sit on its hocks and to close the stride. It's got a naturally flowing stride. So will Marlon choose for 6 or 7? Oh, it was a long 60. I think he would want to do the 7. He started to shorten, and then he saw that the 7 weren't possible. But he's clear, and that's all that matters in the end. Zanotelli now, Oxer, soars over the back rail. Horse gives me a safe impression at this point. It could be scary and hairy from the water to the chess piece. Can he get Edgar back in time? Here it comes. Yes, he does. And Marlon blowing his cheeks. It was a little bit quick. Edgar didn't take his time, and now Marlon does take his time. How does he handle this line? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he's fighting his hand. And now Marlon has to bring in all his talent to get him through. He's through the drill. Oh, he's on the back rail. And it is 4, but it's fast 4. And it's Marlon Zanotelli who shakes his head in 79.78 seconds. Marlon Modolo Zanotelli.
Marlon Zanotelli, a very impressive run today. You can see what it meant to his team, to his friends, to his family, to see that only fault going forward right towards the end of the penultimate obstacle of his run. Very impressive nonetheless, and a name to remember and look out for. Another element that certainly caught a lot of riders out today seemed to be the open water. Obstacle 10. We've realized how many riders actually struggled at this very particular point. Let's remind you of just how challenging a moment this was for many, many competitors today.
At 1.60 m wide, here's the Liverpool, the water, I would say. Oh, Van Paschen! And that's the camera's down, Van Paschen is down. Van Paschen himself going back to his horse. And now slightly looking off, and it's again an issue on the water. Oh, and Kelvin also says, no way, I didn't see that coming. Mike gives him another look at the water. For the podium now, because Derek Kenny sits on 77.16 seconds, and maybe Ben Mayer. Oh no! Gee, there's a 4th horse that has issues with the water, and Ben Mayer is not happy.
Catching out a handful of riders today, that open water, I have no doubt that that'll be discussed by Frederik de Backer on the LGCT Grand Prix analysis coming up in the next week. Let's remind you then where it stands with the standings today from the LGCT Grand Prix Tour of Madrid. Scott Brash going on to now take the overall lead on 68 points ahead of Bart Bless. Olivier Robert with his win today, jumping up to 3rd place on 60 points. Peder Fredriksson, Christian Kukuk, Max Kuhne, Eric Lamars, and your winner from Doha, Niels Brelsins, not competing in today's Grand Prix, drops down from 1st place overall down to 8th for the Belgian. That is where it stands at the end of today, at the end of Madrid, and that is where we leave things following the 2nd leg of the Global Champions Tour of Madrid. It has been a fascinating Super Saturday. It has been a fascinating weekend. We'll encourage you and remind you to stay tuned to GCTV for all the information. We have new episodes of The Insider and the LGCT Grand Prix analysis coming for you later this week. Stay tuned, stay subscribed, and we'll catch you again soon. My name is Mark Lewis. Thank you for watching. Good night.